Waterfalls, no, no, no. Keep the faith, you'll have it all. Slow, slow, slow. Listen to the rivers and the streams that you're used to.
Welcome to episode 24 of My Views Extended. I am your host, Nadia, and thank you so much for tuning in this week. Thank you to any new listeners. Thank you for checking me out. And to listeners who are not new, thank you so much for coming back. If you want to learn more about what is going on in some parts of my world, you can check out my blog, nadiajanella.com, where I post on Mondays, Wordless Monday, Wednesdays, How's It Going Wednesday, and Fridays, where I focus on various recipes, reviews, and DIYs. You can also keep up with me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, and I will leave all links to all social media sites in the show notes. Some updates this week: SeaWorld's retired orcas. BC may house retired whales with the help of the Whale Sanctuary Project. This program will be to set everything up and have people watching them and kind of have them cordoned off from the public so people don't interfere with them too much. The program will cost approximately $20 million, and the time frame is for it to be set up and ready to go is 3 to 5 years. But unfortunately, there is no guarantee that SeaWorld will send the retired orcas there, but the sanctuary wants to be ready in case they are needed and in case the orcas need a place to live out the rest of their days. That's from whalesanctuaryproject.org and theweathernetwork.com, and I will leave the links to that in the show notes. In Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada, the Prime Minister made his way to Fort McMurray this past Friday to see the damage for himself. Of course, that's part of PR, but I'm not faulting him because that is part of his job. When disasters happen, when emergencies happen, they have to go there and see how it is, put on the face. That's just part of the PR part of their job. It's still so early in the process right now to see how the government will handle things, but whether you like him or not, it's a step in the right direction, I feel. And yeah, he seems like I would hope, compassionate person. Yeah, that's just part of the job. So he did his job, he went there, and let's keep moving on to continue to aid the people in Fort McMurray and surrounding areas. In medical news, New York City bars will not be able to refuse pregnant women alcohol. This law was passed by the city's Human Rights Commission, supposedly to protect pregnant moms from discrimination in the workplace and in the public. Apparently, refusing to serve pregnant women can result in a lawsuit and I personally feel, an overly litigious society. This is a hard one for me because I definitely believe that women have the right to choose what happens or does not happen to their body. So this is difficult for me, but I kind of look at it like if it's something that could possibly, not going to, but could possibly, because it's just a possibility, that could affect your child in utero or after birth, whether short-term or long-term. To me, I guess, yeah, you lose some of your rights for that incubation period. In the end, women are going to do what they want while they're pregnant, whether they go to a bar or not. If they want to drink, they'll just do it in the privacy of their own home or among people who are okay with that. But I feel, and I know I'm not the only one, if you can't stop drinking for the duration of your pregnancy, you have a problem. And I know that may sound harsh to some, but that's how I feel. I don't know if this law is really going to make that much of a difference, though, because if you really want to drink without being given the stink eye or given a lecture, you can stay home or do it with people who are okay with you drinking while pregnant. It's a hard one, but I mean, I guess it's really not a hard one because New York City has passed the law, and I wonder how many other cities are going to pass that law. I know in a lot of European countries, they don't tell pregnant women to stop drinking, although I think they're starting to change that and they're starting to pull back from that. Some physicians are starting in different parts of Europe are starting to say no. I just think, why take that chance? It's such a short period of time. Why take the chance? I just don't think it's worth it, but that's just me. In animal news, Yellowstone tourists allegedly snatched baby bison and put it in their SUV because it looked cold. Why on earth would they do this? They really thought that they were doing a good thing. Like, come on, people, use common sense. You're in a national park, wild animals all over the place. I'm sure there's warnings telling people to stay off certain paths, don't interact with the animals, don't touch the animals, don't feed the animals, etc. There are park rangers patrolling all day long, and I'm sure that that there are numbers, phone numbers posted along paths for you to call in the case of emergency for yourself, or if you see an animal in distress. Or you can call on your way out of the park, let them know you've seen an animal in distress, whether you choose to stay there or not, or just go home. That's your choice, I guess, but stay away stay a safe distance away from the wild animal. But putting a wild animal in the back of your car, if a baby bison was left alone, if the mom in the herd had left it, it was probably for a reason. You know, nature is cruel, but sometimes it just simply comes down to survival of the fittest. That's just how it is. Babies are going to be left behind for whatever reason, whether it's injury, sickness, and they are going to either starve to death, the elements are going to get them, or another wild animal is going to get them. That's just how it is. And by the way, the people that put the baby bison in their car, they were just issued a ticket. Please don't interfere with wild animals. Stay away from them like you're supposed to. I'm sure if you stayed away from them in the first place, none of this would have happened it wouldn't have happened in the end. But I guess let's hope the ticket was enough money for them to learn a lesson. Leave the animals alone. This is the wild. That's what happens. In transport news, a high-speed transport system is one step closer to reality. And this is super exciting news to me. You have to go check out the video, the prototype, and I'll leave that video in the video link in the show notes. They are still in the testing phase. Tesla founder Elon Musk is part of this project along with Hyperloop One. Can you imagine the travel possibilities with this kind of technology? Right now, the high-speed transport, it kind of looks like a tube. It's going to be a tube. There's going to have seats and everything inside, but it's just a tube that flies through and that goes through, and it's accelerating at 2.4 Gs or 1,200 kilometers per hour or approximately 745 miles per hour. Hyperloop One hopes to start moving cargo by 2019 and have people being transported by 2021. I believe they said by the end of the year they want to have the proper test model constructed from the inside and out by the end of the year and get that testing started. So that's pretty cool. So far they have spent $80 million, for the latest phase, $80 million for the latest phase. Let's hope that it's worth it. I would like to see the price tag at the very end from start to finish. That should be interesting and a lot of money. Positivity in the news. Kids who grow up with pets are more emotionally intelligent and compassionate. And I think it's great. Learning compassion, having compassion is great for kids or for anyone. It's never too late to learn compassion or change how you deal with emotions. These articles that I'll link below, they talk about the different ways that pets can encourage compassion and improve emotional intelligence. And there's 5 things that they talk about. One, of course, is compassion. And I definitely believe that responsibility is key here. Children know that animals are dependent on them, and they know that their actions are inactions toward their dependent pet. This helps children to learn that every action has a positive or negative consequence, and they hopefully learn what is the right thing to do. For example, feeding, walking, cleaning out a guinea pig cage. Not feeding a pet can be a lesson to teach your child how they like it if you forgot to cook dinner and feed them. No walk for their dog can mean a destructive and hyper dog, which is bad news for everyone. And cleaning the guinea pig cage is a good lesson. How would they like to live in a dirty washroom with a toilet that never flushed and they couldn't leave, i.e. the guinea pig cage? Some of these lessons are harsh, but sometimes you have to be harsh to get the point across. Number 2, self-esteem. Again, pets can give kids responsibility, and with that responsibility comes a rise in self-esteem, that what they do helps the family pet, knowing that the family pet depends on them. 3, cognitive development. Kids may actually develop language skills easier and faster if they have a friend to talk to, and that friend being the pet. And I've seen it myself, and I'm sure many of you have seen it too. Kids will chat and babble away to animals about everything and anything. They'll have little scenarios in their head, and it's the cutest thing. But hey, if that babbling and talking helps develop language skills, why not? Number 4, stress reduction. Just knowing that you have a pet around, whether it's just to sit with you or to listen to you, can really help you feel like the entire world is not the enemy, that your situation may be bad, but you have that pet that isn't going to judge you, that is not going to talk back to you. Oftentimes kids, they over dramatize what we think is they over dramatize, they get really emotional about things, they stress, they don't know how to manage their stress. But having a pet can help calm them down, can help bring down their blood pressure in a safe manner. Any kind of stress reduction, as long as it doesn't cause stress to the pet, I think that it's a good thing. Number 5, understanding the cycle of life. I think this is a great lesson for anyone. We will all eventually see those dearest to us die. And for many of us, the first people that we see die in our life at a young age are our pets. This is definitely a preparation for what is to come for all of us. It's how we teach our kids and how they process and learn from what we have taught them. So another good reason to have a pet in your life, of course, if you can afford it and you have the lifestyle for a type of pet. In the environment, in good news, Fort McMurray, Alberta growth, even among the fresh damage. The Fort McMurray fires have destroyed over 200,000 hectares of land. According to Peter Huel, an expert in insects at Edmonton's Royal Alberta Museum, beetles are already emerging. The beetles lay eggs, they eat the dead wood, and they expel it, which of course leads to new growth through fertilization and the shedding of seeds in different areas. And I think that is awesome. It's a little bit of hope. You know, if you can look, I mean, it's still early days. The fires are still raging in some parts and unfortunately still spreading. But if you can see a little bit of new growth, I mean, if an insect can still make it through, I hope would give some people a little bit of hope that, you know, they're rebuilding, you know, we can rebuild. I personally think that I just was reading this article and I think bugs are really fascinating in all the things they do. Like, you know, I said expelling, you know, spreading the seeds and fertilization. They're fascinating creatures, you know, for the most part, as long as they don't bite me. At one time I actually wanted to be an entomologist, and that's, you know, a person who studies bugs, and you have to go to school for that. There were not a lot of schools in North America offering the program. This was a long time ago. And because there weren't a lot of schools offering the program, the guidelines to get in were stricter. Everything had to be stricter. Grades had to be higher. There were very few exceptions to the rule. Of course, probably if you knew somebody, you could get it a little easier. Anyhow, I had crappy grades in the sciences and the maths. And when I saw the guidelines, I was like, I didn't even bother. But when I think back, I probably should have. I think I really would have enjoyed a career in entomology. Bugs don't creep me out, but I just think they're fascinating. I could watch them all day long. I could watch, you know, how they move, how they eat, what they eat, where they build their homes, what they build their homes with. I just love bugs. Right now, kind of my fascination in the insect world, probably the different varieties of bees and wasps. Those are probably my top insects, I guess, right now. And you'll probably see a lot of that on my blog, because I love taking pictures of bees. I could just spend hours taking pictures of bees and just watching them. But who knows? The entomology thing, who knows? I'm not dead yet, so anything could happen, but not anytime soon. I'm kind of over school right now. What I'm grateful for this week. This week, I'm grateful that I'm continuing on with my 4-minute workouts with Lucy Wyndham Reed, and I'll link her YouTube page in the show notes. She is a licensed fitness person, and if you go to the YouTube page, and I believe it'll link you to her website. She also has meal plans and tons of other workout videos and workout ideas, scheduling. And what I love about her style is that you don't have, well, of course, her 4-minute workouts, which the series started in April, May, and then she's starting another series for June. But what I really like about her style, her workout style, is that you don't have to go to the gym and you don't need exercise equipment. I'm not a big fan of the gym. I personally, and that's, if you do, that's great. I just don't like the environment. And frankly, by the time you drive there, work out, and come back home or go back to work, you could have easily done a traditional, and this is for, you know, traditional type of workouts, you know, if you're working out for 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. By the time you've done all that, you could have done the workout twice. I just don't have time to go there, work out, and come back. With Lucy's workouts, you use your own body weight for resistance, and there's no equipment. I think the only equipment that you might need is the back of a chair or a couch to hang on to, or exercise mat. But you don't even need an exercise mat. You can just use a really thick towel or two if you don't want, or use workout on a rug or a carpet. I've been really good good at not missing them, and that's because they're 4 minutes long. I think I've discussed this before. I have some health issues I have osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia, and I've had the osteoarthritis since I was 24, which is pretty young, and the fibromyalgia, I know I probably had that for longer. So even when I'm super exhausted and in a lot of pain, I manage to do it because it's only 4 minutes, and the 4-minute workout is something that I can do long term and into the future. And with her workouts, she'll always tell you that, if you, at the end of the 4-minute workout, if you feel that you haven't worked hard enough, or if you feel if you can do enough, or if you feel that you can do another round or a third round, then go ahead and do it. But to get results, along with proper eating and drinking water and doing some kind of cardio, you can get result. And for me, the cardio is just walking and my bike. I don't do running because I can't. I don't run or do anything super strenuous. So her workouts are workouts that I can see myself doing in the long term, and definitely into the far away future. My body is definitely firmer. I haven't measured yet for this month, but last month I think I lost, hopefully if I measured correctly, I lost 2 inches in my waist. So I'm happy. Obviously muscles are pulling together, so I'm happy about that. Thank you for tuning in to episode 24 of My Views Extended. I would love to hear feedback and comments on what you think of this podcast and the topics that I've discussed this week. You can listen to My Views Extended at nadiadanelle.com and YouTube, where you can subscribe, like, rate, and or leave a comment. I will leave links in the show notes for all of the articles that I spoke about. As more listening platforms are added or changed, I will let you know. Till next time, this is Nadia.
I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. I'ma be happy. Get that understood. Get that understood.
I'ma be alright, I'ma be okay. Any minute I'ma be stacking chips so high, so Pringo free to lazy. We don't need no architect for our marketing. I could be all up on Wall Street with Parker Monopoly, making some know if your spot is left vacant, it's gotta be taken. Anyway, boo, since we done with that prelude, let me put you up on some philosophy. Professor Hayduk would not even say to you. I like how that smile that you're making, creating the world that's around you ain't great to you. Did you know that? Girl, your hair so long that you grow that. Quarterback that back, baby, throw that. Once I put some ice on your hand like I broke that. Hold that. That's the whole word in your hands, grow that. That's the same word that you made in your head when you laid in your bed waiting for me to roll that. I mean, write this, psychic, you are a creator, you is. Yell out your blessings and wait on your gifts. Stardust will harbor the carbon you give, so I'ma be happy cause I'ma still live.
I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. I'ma be happy. Get that understood. Get that understood.
My heart's been torn into pieces, my pride's been crushed and ego's been diminished. My life's been tossed to the floor, to the ceiling, up and down like I live on a coaster, but still I say love keeps lifting me higher and higher. So with every hit I take, I get stronger. I can go a little bit longer, make room for the infinite incident. Bounce it back, a hashtag it. Better know who you dealing with. Feeling as if I was meant for this, finish this, sure I will. Quit killing it, sure I won't. I got 4 sisters, 1 brother, 1 dad, 1 mother, whole family to feed. It's a must I blow. Must I go hard on stage and walk like God? Cause good Lord knows that I ain't get to walk on graduation day. So every stage I grace, I walk like I ain't never walked before. And I speak like I done talked to God before. And I think like I done been let down before. But I smile like he done turned it around before. Like I ain't never had to frown before, and you know that.
I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. I'ma be happy. Get that understood. Get that understood.
Speak into the atmosphere. 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 Speak into the atmosphere.
I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Yeah, get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. I'ma be good. I'ma be happy. Get that understood. I'ma be happy. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. Get that understood.